Bienvenidos a Esperanza Vence. ¿Dónde la Esperanza Vence? Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where hope wins. How's it going? Happy 2025. That's my business card. If you'd like a personal reading, hit me up on that information right there. And for people who book readings online, I'll get back to you once I see the money in my account. Otherwise, I'm afraid you're a bot. Okay, so if you book a reading and don't leave me a message and don't pay for it at the time that you book it, then I think that you're a bot, and I won't answer that one. Okay. Also, I'd love for you to check out my new friend Ben. He writes songs, and he has been coming to the open mic out by me, and he's just wonderful. So if you want to check out his stuff, I bet you he'd really appreciate that. For those friends of mine that I like to keep in touch with, Chitarians, Warlanda, Kabuki, Susie, Nora, Kelly, so many people that I can't even name, Lynn, and just I can't even think of everybody's name right now, but for all my friends online who haven't seen me recently, well, I'll tell you what, I kind of had a couple weeks of holiday. I kind of just chilled out from being online, but now my home internet is acting a fool, so I haven't been able to get back to say hi to anybody or Happy New Year to anybody. So one great big I love you, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2025. How's it going? I have not once written 2024 on anything, man. I've been ready for this for a minute. I've been calling it 2025 since December. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm present. I'm ready. And we're gonna pull a 10 card Celtic cross reading and see what energies that we're all pulling in here together. And I send so much love from my heart out there across these Wi-Fi waves. And I'm at the Wellness Center today. I'm at Well House 1900. If anybody wants to stop by for a walk-in reading, I am accepting walk-ins and appointments today, but I have a little time right now, so I thought I would pull a reading for our YouTube friends. Oh, Liesel, hi Liesel. Oh my gosh. I almost didn't even say your name in the list because I really just had my cup of coffee and it's still kicking in. I slept like garbage last night, so sorry if it seems like my brain's not all the way online, but that's a good place to be when you're doing readings. When I'm still sort of in dreamland, I'm really open to that Piscean pleasures of life. So what have we got going on astrologically? So much. We're still kind of dealing with that Mars-Pluto opposition, but at least Venus is in the mix now. Venus has scooched into Pisces territory, and Venus in Pisces is just such a loving warmth for everyone, not just for ourselves and our partners, but for everyone. I just really feel like that Venus in Pisces is giving some great sweetness to any of the tension. It's just kind of giving it a little bit of salve, is how I see it. Okay, cool. Thanks for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. This is us, the topic, challenge, near past, near future, our conscious awareness, our subconscious awareness. How do we see ourselves? I feel chesty, you guys. Like, I feel like kind of like chesty. I dare say. I don't want to admit it. But after I do this reading, I'm like totally gonna grab my vitamins. And I'm going to ingest them. That's how we see ourselves. What's in our environment, or how do other people see us? What are our hopes and fears? And what's the likely outcome? And I had a client ask me the other day, what does likely outcome mean? And all that means is just if we don't change our mind and if we don't change our behavior between this reading and the rest of our lives, if we just keep putting one foot in front of the next, that's what the cards think it's going to be the likely outcome. Likely, you know? No guarantees in life or in poker or in the devil's Uno. All right, our topic of conversation right now, Two of Swords. That's challenged by the Seven of Wands. In the near past, Five of Wands reversed. Near future, Three of Swords reversed. Gotta love that in reverse. Our conscious awareness, Four of Swords. Isn't that something? I literally was just talking about how I slept like garbage, and Four of Swords is a card about rest and recuperation. Sorry guys, this reading's for me. You could click off now. Three of Wands reversed is in our subconscious awareness. How do we see ourselves right now? How do we self-identify? Five of Swords reversed. What's in our environment, or how do people see us? Eight of Pentacles reversed. They bet not see me as that. No, I'm just kidding. Our hopes and fears. Seven of Pentacles. And the likely outcome. We just keep doing what we're doing. What are we gonna get? Queen of Swords. Look at her face. I love her face. She's just not having it with the foolishness. She's like, yeah. I'm ready to transform, but I'm waiting for you fools to catch up. Queen of Swords. I love her. She has strong Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy, air sign energy. Okay, so with the Two of Swords here as our topic, we're dealing with a situation where we're trying to be impartial, we're trying to stay balanced, we're trying to be, justice is blind, they say, so, we're trying to be fair and balanced, but we're going to have to pick something and go with it. We're going to have to use our intuition to find the truth on this one, and then we're going to have to really hang on to our thoughts and our words and what we really do believe in, because this is like that forked tongue energy, right? Like if you can't, sometimes you can't hold two things at once. Two things can't always be true at once. And spoken from a Gemini like me, like it's hard for those words to even come out of my mouth, because I love, like, I love duality, but I also love like extra options as well. And maybe this represents that too. Maybe it represents that there's that third sword, another option that needs to come through, and that will really cut through with the truth. We're being challenged to make that decision. We're being challenged to, get off our tush and move, but the challenge is to hang on to what we're passionate about and to maintain the high ground in this situation. In the near past, we might have been able to take that passion and seek cooperation from others, but it doesn't look like anything constructive came of it in the near past. In the near past, it looks like we were trying to work with others and trying to mix our passions and creativities together, but it just doesn't look like much really came of it. Five of Wands energy is kind of like, it could be a fun, playful, play-fighting, creative energy, but it's not very constructive. And with the Five of Wands in reverse, we might have had an opportunity to become more constructive, but we might have had to rethink who we're mixing around with and what we're going to make of it. In the near future, with the Three of Swords reversed, it looks like we were able to take that extra sword, cut through, even if the truth hurts. Because the Three of Swords upright is painful. After you make that choice and that third sword really cuts through with the truth, that can be painful to our heart, to know the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. But here with the Three of Swords reversed in the near future, it seems that whatever truth came through, whether it hurt our feelings or not, we should be able to do something constructive with it. So maybe we need to, go with the remix on this DJ party, right? Like we might still be hanging on to our wand and what we're passionate about, but we might have to fend off some of this haterade energy, that we were feeling in the past that wasn't very constructive. And if there was a painful situation, maybe we could do something with it. Maybe we could use those swords and write about it. That might be helpful, not just for us, but for everybody else too. With the Four of Swords in our conscious awareness, like I was saying before, we might be thinking about getting some sleep and some restorative rest and recuperation, even a vacation or even a little bit of time out. Time to take those three swords that could have been kind of painful, put them up, and just chill. And give ourselves some time to recuperate after that situation. With the Three of Wands reversed in our subconscious awareness, we, again, with these Wands cards coming up reversed and in a challenge, we might be rethinking the ways in which we've been putting ourselves out there. We might be rethinking what the horizon actually is and what's out there, and we might have to rework, our creative projects and how we present them to the world. And what do we expect to get back from that too? What do we expect the world to return in terms of energy when we do put ourselves out there? So with this in reverse, especially in the subconscious position, I would think that we're doing a rethink on our creative process and how we're going to present that to the world. With the Five of Swords reversed, how interesting, because we had the Five of Wands reversed and the Five of Swords reversed. So yeah, I really just do feel like if we have to cooperate with others or we have to have discussions about how things are going, especially in the workspace, but this could be, just our general relationship life if we're not, out there working in the working world. But there might have been some situations where we just decided to retreat from an argument. We decided to walk away instead of engaging in that process because, again, it just wasn't constructive. And even though this is a card of where this person thinks that they've had a victory here because they leave with all the swords, they won the argument, quote unquote. But the fact of the matter is that nobody wins in an argument. We only win when we negotiate. We don't win when we give ultimatums. We don't win when we cut people off, you know? The only winning stance is a cooperative one, especially now with this Aquarius energy coming in hot, you know? We just got to be able to communicate and cooperate, and if we can't, then we can just kindly disengage. And we might, since we see ourselves in this position, we might be the one who chose to disengage this time. In our environment, or how do people see us? Eight of Pentacles reverse. So Eight of Pentacles reverse can just be like working, and it's not amounting to much. Or Eight of Pentacles reverse can also mean that the environment is ripe for a change of profession. Eight of Pentacles really represents that sixth house energy, that energy of like, where do I clock in and do the thing every single day till my coins stack up? You know, I'm working towards the 10 of Pentacles. You know, I'm working towards the 9 of Pentacles. I'm working towards, you know, being able to have my own garden and my own expensive hobbies and stuff. Here in the 7, you know, this character in our hopes and fears position, they're just like waiting for the Pentacles to be grown enough that they can even work with them. But here in our environment with this 8 of Pentacles reversed, you know, we may be thinking about switching our day-to-day grind. We may be thinking about what our day-to-day grind is amounting to and if that's worth it to us. Okay. And then in our hopes and fears position here, the energy that we're projecting, you know, we might have to be patient. And we might not want to wait for the results. We might not want to have that element of surrender. You know, this reminds me of myself when I'm like stoned and I want to make a pizza and I like squat in front of the oven and I literally like watch the pizza cook. Like it's gonna help, you know? So this farmer has already done the hard work. They're just waiting for the perfect time for this to be ripe. But there is an element of patience involved, and right now we just sort of have to just understand that, you know, we did our best, and now we're dependent on God and the weather to really carry us home, right? And then the likely outcome, if we just keep moving the way that we're moving, is the Queen of Swords. And like I said before, we love her, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if it's an actual person in our lives. This is an energy of intelligence. And because she's so nimble mentally, she's able to transform. She has that butterfly energy. She's up here in the clouds. She's up here in the sky. She has vision. She's able to strategize. You know, Mars just recently moved back into the sign of Cancer. That kind of reminds me of this energy a little bit because she's sort of like not bullshitting with people. Mars cuts. Mars has a sword, and, you know, she is protective of her own intellect. She's protective of the truth. She welcomes anybody, you know, who wants to chit-chat about things in a real sense. But she's not overly fluffy about it. And she's getting things done in her way by being strategic and having vision and being able to be up high, you know, and have that sort of vantage point, okay? So as a likely outcome, I just feel like we should be able to get a harness on our divine feminine creative ability to use words constructively to create our reality and to remain, you know, malleable, mentally flexible. And I think that's a great outcome. So I hope this applies to what you were meditating on when we shuffled the cards. That's just the energy that the cards wanted to speak on today. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. And maybe I'll see you soon in a reading. Happy 2025.